Morosi, hello to you, my friend. Let's talk money, my favorite subject. I saw Brian Hayes signed an 8-year, $70 million extension, largest in franchise history. Immediately, when I heard that and I saw that, I thought, who and what is next? What's the answer to that?
Well, Lauren, good morning. That's an excellent question about the Pirates and the direction in which they're going. First of all, it's great news for him, great news for the organization. He's talked about what an honor it is to now have this cornerstone contract for the Pirates, as you mentioned, the largest in franchise history. And Pirates owner Bob Nutting has said this now marks a pivot point for the organization to now move forward. And as he has said, it basically put a stake in the ground and now move forward to make this team as competitive as you can be and look at what the future looks like. Now, certainly it's a very tough division. We know that in the National League Central, but with Brian Hayes, an excellent two-way player, to the contract details there, what he's been able to do, first-round pick back in 2015. So it may not be necessarily a huge investment in free agents this coming offseason, Lauren, but you do look at it and say they have not traded Brian Reynolds yet. So perhaps if there's a way to lock in Reynolds long-term as well, have Hayes at third base, that perhaps becomes those two key players for the Pirates now moving forward.
Always talking Reynolds at the trade deadline. Perhaps that won't be the case this year. Pirates looking towards the future, JP. Meanwhile, St. Louis has stars for days. I was watching them the other day thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 future Hall of Famers, and Nolan just being Nolan. What has stood out to you so far from him?
I think, Lauren, it's that second year for Nolan Arenado in St. Louis to get more and more comfortable. You just see his at-bats. He's able to really drive in runs now, and I think just take more thorough at-bats than maybe he was a year ago at this time. He wants to succeed so badly. We know that about Nolan. He loves the game so much. Perhaps trying a bit too hard last year in his first season with the Cardinals. And now you have a lineup where when you think about all the base-stealing threats that you've got that are well-established since last season, the rhythm that's now in place. Excellent base runners on this team. Edman, a stolen base threat. Bader, O'Neill, Goldschmidt has always been one of the better base runners, certainly among first basemen in the major leagues. When you add up all those different elements, Nolan is consistently coming to bat with runners on base. He's going to, I think, rack up a lot of RBI during the course of the season. Lauren, dare I say, Nolan Arenado, a very strong pick. If you're going to look at NL MVP candidates, really good lineup for offense. You know, he's always going to have the defensive component over there at third base. I think Arenado might be a really good pick for MVP this year.
You can't do that one weekend. That's cheating. Leads the National League in homers, RBI, and slugging. His age 30 season, so much fun to watch. We knew, JP, when spring was shortened, it was going to take pitchers a while, right? Enter bullpens. And you were talking last night about how you've noticed some themes along the way, just one weekend. What have you noticed?
I'm watching a lot of the New York Yankees, Lauren. Of course, they'll be our showcase game tomorrow. And to see how effective their bullpen was in relief of Nestor Cortez yesterday, they did not allow a run. They did not allow a walk. They did not give up a single walk in what was a 5-hit shutout against the Toronto Blue Jays. So congratulations again to Cortez, Holmes, Castro, Loaizaga, and Chapman closing it out. If you shut out the Toronto Blue Jays on 5 hits without walking a batter, you are doing something right. And certainly, as you see there, Lauren, that's not an isolated circumstance for the New York Yankees. They've been able to log a lot of innings. You see that there. Third most innings pitched of any bullpen in the major leagues this season and still excelling at that level. Now, we could often say it's maybe hard to sustain throwing that many innings as a bullpen and succeeding at that level. But Aaron Boone trusts this bullpen implicitly, and that was certainly the case yesterday in a brilliant shutout win over the Toronto Blue Jays.
Maybe hard to sustain, but let's celebrate it for now, right? JP, history was made talking about celebrating. And Alyssa Nacken, the first female to coach on a major league field on the field. You have 3 daughters. I'm so curious when you saw that, what you were thinking.
A lot of emotion, I think, for me, for a lot of people around the game. And by the way, Lauren, I love that handshake. I think it's going to be one of my favorite photos of the year.
Yeah.
Eric Hosmer shaking Alyssa's hand at first base to congratulate her. Just what a cool moment. And again, a deserved moment. She has been in this organization now for multiple years. She works very determinedly during the games as someone who helps a lot with input on video during the course of ball games. And she said she's always ready. So when the ejection occurred and she came out there wearing a number 92 jersey, she was ready and certainly more than qualified to do that job. And I love what she said afterward. She was asked about what this means, what this represents to young girls, again, like my own daughters. And she said, I'm just doing my job, trying to be ready for the team. And and having that understanding of taking pride in what she does every day and always being ready. It's a universal goal for all of us in our professions, and certainly Alyssa Nacken, a great professional, a great baseball person, and we send her our congratulations this morning.
So very well said. That helmet on its way to Cooperstown already. So cool. JP.
Boy, the Braves opened up a can. Marcell Ozuna went deep a couple of times.
Twice. 14th multi-homer game of his career.
But who was looking at the research?
Every Braves player in the batting order reached base safely at least twice. That's the first time the Braves have done that since 1949. Juan Soto, career home run number 100. Remember, guys, we lost 160 games in 2020. Just think where his ranks would be for fastest to 100 career homers.
How about the rumor that he turned down $390 million?
Because he's going to get 500. Padres, Giants, controversy here.
Stop it.
This is Brandon Belt.
Stop it.
They jumped all over Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish couldn't get out of the second inning.
This was a tough one. I thought Baumel was going to go get him in the first inning. I mean, he gave up a 6 spot. It didn't stop.
Yeah, can't stop. Won't stop. There's Joey Bart filling in nicely for Buster Posey. By the way, can we talk about Alex Cobb? Struck out 10 batters in 5 innings. In his Giants debut, first base coach gets run.
Yes.
Alyssa Nacken becomes the first female to appear as a coach in a major league game. Giants win 13-2.
You know, I was prepared for this moment, never knew if or when it would happen, but was ready to step in when the team needed me to. So, yeah, I think it means a lot. It's, you know, certainly cold out here. So, yeah, but the boys did well, and, you know, it's a fun start to the season so far.
Well, congratulations to Alyssa Nacken for making history. Great stuff there. Giants go on to win. We're going to dive in.
Kapler got his Manager of the Year award yesterday.
Yes, he did. We're going to dive into also some of the other extracurricular activities. Blue Jays, Yankees, Anthony Rizzo, H to the Izzo. That's off the wall. Teoscar Hernandez. What a laser to get Josh Donaldson out.
What was Donaldson doing at third, though?
Well, he initially stopped and then ran. Luis Rojas is the new third base coach for the Yankees. Score remains 0-0. Then Aaron Hicks. Good to see him back. That's his first home run of the year. Oppo pop. Yankees go on to win by the final of 4-0. Yankees scoring first for the first time this season. Astros, Diamondbacks. Geraldo Perdomo. Look at this catch by Uncle Mike. Michael Brantley.
Great catch right there.
Everyone's favorite uncle.
You got to feel good about the Astros, right?
They're loaded top to bottom.
And then, hey Siri, play the worst song on my playlist. Jose Siri off Madison Bumgarner, and then Michael Brantley.
This is why they're so good. These guys can hit top to bottom. They're not just big power bats. These guys can hit. Brantley, that's how you win 2-1 games. You hit good pitching. Nice piece of hitting right there. 3-hit night from Michael Brantley. Royals, Cardinals. Nolan Arenado, bottom one. Cardinals up 2-0. That's his third home run of the season. Next batter, Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols goes 10 years, 202 days between homers as a member of the St. Louis Cardinals. Listen to the fans. Give them a curtain call. 9th inning. Ryan O'Hearn. Off Giovanni Gallegos' glove. He recovers for the final out. Cardinals win 6-5. Mariners, White Sox. We told you about this yesterday. Harold Baines, who underwent a double transplant, spent over 100 days in the hospital. Hall of Famer out there yesterday throwing out the first pitch. Great to see. Jesse Winker making a bid, but Luis Robert La Pantera is there. I tell you what, if this great play right here in center, but we can see this guy get 150 games in the big leagues, 600 at bats. You're going to see some monster.
He's a sexy AL MVP pick. Matt Brash didn't make many mistakes. 2-2 right there. He went to that well. He had hit a missile on that slider his previous AB, and it was caught.
Robert has a hit in every game so far for the White Sox. He has a .375 batting average, 4 steals, as well.
See Moncada in the back with the chain and the
Handsome.
Louis Guapo.
Albert, get to
He is.
700. 20 away.
Not this year.
Ooh, really?
20, I mean, I guess 20 is not a lot in today's
But it kinda
game,
is, right?
But I think
it
it
is.
kind of is.
But why is it?
It's a lot of homers.
I've
if you
had
have
no
six.
brainer he'd get 20.
You gotta be consistently good to guarantee yourself 20 and
You
stay
don't think
healthy.
in that division he'll
Yeah,
run
I
into some
don't
pitching that
put
he can...
anything past him. Maybe he finds a fountain of youth there. Maybe he's revitalized, re-energized, having Wayno and Yachty.
How many at-bats does he get? That's the big question. You want to say get to 20 bombs? How many at-bats is he going to get?
Man, if he's gonna go
Socks
high
up.
candy canes and
leg
do a
kick.
leg kick, he might be getting 400.
400, he might get 20.
He gets 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's April 13th.
I hope he does.
Definitely a cool moment, though. You could tell those
So
fans,
cool.
they went crazy there in St.
Yeah.
Louis. All right, let's show you what the big board looks like.